Hello everyone. Today's topic is coenzyme structure and biochemical functions. After this lesson, you will be able to learn the importance of coenzymes in catalyzing many biochemical reactions in our body. We usually go to the favorite restaurant in weekends and order tasty food, but is this food good for health? Definitely not. So, which food we could consider as healthy? Doctors suggesting a balanced diet, but no one is having any knowledge about it. A well balanced diet provides important vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to keep the body and mind strong and healthy. Almost 50% of American adults consume multivitamins. This is a huge number. They might be health conscious or might not be taking balanced diet. Anyways, vitamins contain only nutrients without calories, so they are essential for most metabolic reactions in our body. This video is not about vitamins. It is about coenzymes. There is a close relationship between vitamins and coenzymes. In fact, few coenzymes act themselves as vitamins. For example, biotin tetrahydrofolate. Some coenzymes are derived from vitamins, for example, NAD and FAD, but few coenzymes are derived from non-vitamin sources such as nucleotides, for example, ADP and thymine pyrophosphate. So what exactly the coenzymes are? Coenzymes are small organic and protein molecules bind with enzymes to catalyze the reaction. As we know that enzymes are sufficient to catalyze reactions, but why do we need coenzymes? Sometimes students cannot understand all the topics by their own. They need tutors to help out. In the same way, all biochemical reactions are not catalyzed by the enzyme themselves. They need coenzymes to complete the reaction. Let us understand the basic difference between apoenzyme, coenzyme, and holoenzyme. So enzymes without coenzymes is known as apoenzyme, so which is a protein nature and which is inactive in nature, and enzymes including coenzymes collectively called as holoenzyme, so which is also called as a whole enzyme and which is active in nature. So why? Because here a coenzyme is attached. So here a coenzyme is acting as activator, which is made up of a non-protein portion, and there is another uh, non-protein molecule which binds with the enzyme is called as cofactor, and cofactors are classified as essential ions and coenzymes. So essential ions are also called to be inorganic cofactors, and coenzymes are also called to be organic cofactors. Essential ions are again divided into two groups. So first one is activator ions, so which are loosely bound essential ions, and the second one is metalloenzymes, so which are tightly bound essential ions are called metalloenzymes. And here the co-substrates which are loosely bound with the enzymes, and the next one is prosthetic groups which are tightly bound. So why? Because here it is covalently bonded with enzymes. Here the example for activator ions is a magnesium ion which is present in DNA polymerase enzyme. So here magnesium ion is loosely bound with the enzyme. An example for metalloenzymes are zinc ions which are present in carboxypeptidase enzyme, and also copper and ferrous ions which are present in cytochrome oxidase. An example for co-substrates NAD, and examples for prosthetic group here is heme, so which is present in peroxidase and catalase enzymes. So these are the prosthetic groups, so which are permanently attached with the enzyme. For example, FAD. So heme is the example for prosthetic group, so which is present in peroxidase enzyme and as well as catalase enzyme. So these are the examples of metalloenzymes, carboxypeptidase and cytochrome oxidase. In carboxypeptidase, zinc ion, so which is present in that enzyme and which is tightly bound And here copper and iron ion which are present in cytochrome oxidase, which are tightly bound metallic ions. Let us know a little more about coenzymes. It is not possible for coenzymes to carry out all the biochemical reactions without enzymes. Basic function of coenzyme is to share the electrons or atoms or functional groups which are essential to catalyze the reaction on enzyme active site. For example, NADP, so here it is acting as a universal electron carrier, so which accepts electrons and hydrogen atom and gets converted into NADPH. So here hydrogen and electrons will be accepted by NADP. So this is a reversible reaction. Coenzyme A, so which is also useful for transfer of acyl groups. Here acyl group will be transferred to nucleophile and converting into acylated product, and it will be used during the time of fatty acid oxidation and citric acid cycle. So these are the important biochemical functions and physiological roles of few coenzymes which are present in our body. So these are the vitamins. So water soluble vitamins B5, 6, 7, 9, 12, vitamin C and D. And these are the active form of these vitamins. For example, B5 is having coenzyme A is an active form, and for B6, PLP, that is pyridoxal phosphate, B7, biotin, B9, tetrahydrofolate, B12, coenzyme B12, C, ascorbic acid, D, calcitriol. And these are the biochemical functions. So here generally coenzymes are having three important biochemical functions. It is transferring atoms, groups, electrons, as we already told. And these coenzymes are also showing a physiological role or cellular role. That is, it is mainly useful for metabolic processes like synthesis processes or catabolic processes. So if you see, observe closely here, so most of the coenzymes are involving in the metabolic processes like synthesis, breakdown, metabolism, so regeneration. So these are all metabolic processes are performed by these coenzymes. For example, if you see B7, so which is a biotin, and here it is useful for carboxylation. That is, here carboxylation process is done by a biotin, and it is used for fatty acid synthesis and leucine synthesis. And if you see the vitamin C, so which is having ascorbic acid as coenzyme, and it is having the biochemical function of proline hydroxylation reduction, and it is useful for collagen synthesis, anti-oxidation. So these are the important biochemical functions of coenzymes. So what is the final conclusion? Coenzymes participate in various functions of human body, such as energy release, metabolic processes, etc., by working along with enzymes. As we've seen that most of the coenzymes serves as vitamins, so it is better to prefer nutrient-rich food without sacrificing taste. So this is all about coenzymes. Thank you.